Hello guys, this is Ronnie Velasquez with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services California Properties, and today I'm going to give you a small recap on how to create a comparable market analysis, a CMA. Now before I start, I want to let you know that I spent about an hour and a half during my pre-listing presentation class teaching how to create a market analysis, and I answer any questions that you have and everything. So I spent about an hour and a half doing that, and right now I'm going to try to accomplish the same thing within 5 minutes. So don't freak out. If I'm going too fast for you, you can always rewind the video, or better yet, come to the class on Saturday and spend some time with me, and I will teach you the proper way of doing market analysis. So let's begin. The first thing that you need to know in order to create a market analysis is that you need to have a criteria. Okay, so the criteria for doing market analysis, comparison market analysis, is number one, you have to compare properties that are the same type. In this case, single family homes to single family homes, condominiums to condominiums, mobile homes to mobile homes, etc. The next thing is that you need properties that are active, pending, backup, and closed transactions. You need properties that have closed or have changed status within the last 90 days to 365 days. And you need properties that are within 1 mile to 2 mile radius of the subject property. You need also properties that have 10% variance on the square footage. That means 10% less and 10% more square footage of the subject property. An optional criteria that you can use also is the same amount of bedrooms and bathrooms and same listing type. For example, equity sales, short sales, etc. So right now I'm going to do a market analysis on a property. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to log into Matrix by going into crmls.org. I'm going to click on the Matrix login button. Then I'm going to click on the next Matrix login button, and then I'm going to log into Matrix. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to find the property that I'm going to do a CMA on, and I have the characteristics. This property here is not on the market. I just picked it at random just to use this as an example. And I see that this property is 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,369 square feet, right? And the address is 6311 Crescent Avenue. Once again, this is just a sample. So what I'm going to start doing right now, this is a single family home. I'm going to search residential detail. I'm going to select active, pending, backup, and closed properties. Single families, detached, because this is a detached property, and this is a standard sale if they sell it. So I'm going to click a standard sale for right now. On the status date, I'm going to start a white, so I'm going to start with 365 days. And I'm not going to put bedrooms and bathrooms at this moment, but I will do the square footage. So I'm going to use 10% variance. So 1,369 multiplied by 90%, that's 1,232. That's 10% less. And then I'm going to use 10% more. So 1,369 multiplied by 1.1 equals 1,505. That's 10% more. So my variance on the square footage is 1,232 to 1,505. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the radius. In this case, the address of the property is 6311 Crescent Avenue. So I'm going to copy this information, or you can just type it into the field right here where it says map search. I'm going to type it, and I'm going to put the zip code, obviously, 90620, and then I'm going to select 1 mile radius. So this is what I have so far. I have active, pending, backup, and closed single family detached standard sale properties with the sold or change status within the last 365 days. They're 10% variance on the square footage, and in 1 mile radius within the property. So I have 66 matches. Now what you want to do is you want to start with around 18 matches, and you want to reduce it to around 10. And why I say that is you have to remember that you're not looking for quantity, you're looking for quality. You're not looking for 100 homes that are almost the same. You're looking for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 homes that are the same as the property that you're trying to sell. And that's why it's important to do a pre-listing appointment, and I teach that during the class. So in this case, 66 matches, and I haven't seen the property personally, so what I want to do is I want to reduce it to around 12 to 14 properties. Most appraisers will use anywhere between 6 to 8 to 10 properties as comparables. I recommend that you use somewhere around 10. So what I want to do is I want to include the bedrooms and bathrooms in this case, so we match the type of properties that we have, and that dropped me down to 33 matches. The next thing that I want to do is I want to reduce the time from 1 year to 180 days, 6 months, to see how many matches I got. I got 18. I can probably reduce it a little bit further to 14 matches. There you go. So I'm going to go into results now, Oh, before I go into results, I'm going to go into the map and make sure that we're looking at the same properties in the same area. Now this property here is in Cypress. I'm going to remove that property because properties in Cypress are a little bit higher than the properties in Buena Park. So I'm going to restrict this search to the city of Buena Park. That's another restriction I'm going to use right now. So that brings me down to 13 matches. Okay, and now I'm going to go to results. I'm going to look at this list here. It looks perfectly fine. There's things that you need to do with this list which I'm not going to be able to teach you within 5 minutes, but just come to the class and I'll teach you how to get it done the right way, I mean. So I'm going to select all the properties, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to package my CMA. So there's 3 processes when creating a CMA. Establishing the criteria, that's process number 1. Process number 2 is finding the right comparables and underline right comparables, the right comparables. And process number 3 is to package the CMA. Process number 1, doing the criteria, and process number 3, packaging the CMA, those are the easy ones. Process number 2, which is finding the right comparables, that's where the work comes in, and that's what the class is all about, is finding the right comparables. So in this case, I don't have time to find the right comparables, so I'm just going to use everything on the list. I'm going to hit the button that says Cloud CMA so I can package my CMA right now. Then in here it's going to ask me for the address of the property. I'm going to put the address again, 6311 Crescent. It's an auto field, so it will show up right away. It's going to ask me for the square footage because it's going to calculate the value of the property based on the square footage. So in this case, 1,369 square feet. And this is for bedroom to bathrooms. And under the name of the client, I'm just going to call it 6311 Crescent. I'm going to fetch the listings. That means the Cloud CMA is going to go to the MLS to fetch the listings, and it's going to bring them into the Cloud CMA system so we can package them. As you can see here, the Cloud CMA is telling me that the sold listings, the low price is 432, the medium price is 535, the average is 525, the high is 550, but the price per square foot on this particular property is 515. So as I always recommend, you never use a single number, you always go from. So I'm going to say to you right now that this property, based on the square footage, location, and type of property, is worth anywhere between $515,000 to around $550,000. 535, I'm sorry, 535. And I will explain this a little bit more in detail in the class. So that's the valuation that I have on this property. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to customize the report. I already have all the pages that I need to have. Come to the class and I'll explain you what those are. And I already have the theme for this particular CMA. I already have the layout for this particular CMA, and now I'm going to publish the report. Once I publish the report and the report is created, I can download it as a PDF, or I can send it as an email PDF, or I can send it as an email PowerPoint presentation, which it looks very good in computers if you don't mind me saying. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to view the PDF. And this is what the PDF looks like. Give me 1 second. This is the first page. I didn't have a picture of the home, so it automatically gives me an aerial view. It's prepared for the name of the person. In this case, I just used the address. And it explains to people what a CMA is. This is my resume, our experience and information. This is the listing of all the properties and a map so they can see the location. 0 being the property, the subject property, which is somewhere around here, right there, 0. This is the subject property and all the properties around it. Then this is the recently sold properties. It gives them a detail of the pictures and the information that they need: bedroom, bathroom, square footage, and sales price. So I go down here through all these properties. It gives me the comparable statistics, and this tells me what the price per square footage is, the minimum values, the lowest price, the average price, and the highest price, the number of listings, and how many days on the market. So you can actually tell people how many days the properties are on the market in today's market. The sold property analysis gives us the valuation of the properties, and then your range, which you created, is in there. And this is our back cover sheet. So this is the presentation, guys. This is how you create a CMA. Once again, don't freak out. I know I went a little bit fast. I spent an hour and a half teaching this during the class. So come to the class. I'll answer any questions that you have. And make it a fantastic day. If you have any questions, give me a call, send me an email, tweet, page me, what they say, poke me in Facebook, do whatever you need to do to find me. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.